but yeah, as far as the October flood event, as I mentioned, it wasn't like you would see like in the riverine areas, like in Columbia or inland. Our flooding was tidal in nature. So what happened is you have, of course, you've got the rain. So you got all this rain that's coming here, but that wasn't so much the problem. It did not help by any means. But we also had the hurricane storm system that was offshore, blowing the winds in, and then we had the king tides, which king tides happen a handful of times a year. And those are lunar events, so as you have a new moon or a full moon, it causes the tides to come up further than they typically would. So this was the 10-day span that were the highest tides of the year. So that, with the hurricane blowing the waves even stronger, and the wind was blowing just a perfect direction to make it even worse. And then you got all this rain. So yeah, we were definitely impacted by it. But like I said, our homes here are built to sustain flooding. So
Right.
we certainly had homes that had damage, but for the most part we were spared, other than just an inconvenience. For me, it's the whole island is a special flood hazard area. So everyone who owns a property here is in a flood zone, and for the most part, everyone is required to have flood insurance because they have a mortgage or. But a lot of people, these houses have been in people's families for years, so the houses are paid off. They aren't mandated to have flood insurance, but
Yes.
common sense would tell you you're between a creek and the ocean.
Yeah.
Probably be in your best interest to have flood insurance. So pretty much, I would say 99% of the people who own properties here, 99% of the structures are covered by the NFIP. So to me, the biggest misconception with flood insurance is that it's tied into the size of your house or the value of your house. Everyone just assumes, oh, I'm gonna build this house, but it's 4,000 square feet. The insurance is gonna be, it's not gonna be affordable. It has nothing to do with how big or how expensive your house is.
Right.
It has to do with the way you build it. If your house is below where it needs to be, or it's non-compliant, which if you're building a new house in the town of Pawleys Island, you're going to have to build to our development ordinance, which is going to require you to be 3 feet above base flood elevation. So that in itself is going to be a substantial savings.
Yeah.
Really, I think that it comes down to the realtors. I mean, the realtors are the ones who are on the front lines. They're the ones dealing with people who might not know anything about flood. They might be about to purchase a home that's in a flood zone. They might not even know that a flood zone exists. So it really is up to the realtors. I mean, they're the ones who are there dealing with both sides. The property owners are obviously going to know if they are in a flood zone and if they've been paying a flood insurance policy. And that's information that the buyer needs to know.
Yeah.
So it's all about information. It really is.